Stop by. This is September 8th. I've done several videos this morning and today for the September 8th game day Sunday, which is always exciting for NFL. And what I'm going to show you here is a quick recap and how data is being stuffed into the S3 buckets. So essentially, I'm the organizer, footballschedules@outlook.com. I use my calendar to populate the game day for today, 9/18. That being said, I'm going to dive into a visualizer here, and that is, here's my calendar here. This is visualizing the fact that this data got injected into the Calendar Snack engine by me using my own Outlook or Google Calendar. That's it. That's all I'm going to get into for this part of the discussion. So what that means in a bigger view, architecture-wise, landscape-wise, that was me over here to the left. I used my calendar. I injected data into the engine. I showed how the bulk worked, meaning that I used a list. I uploaded a list into the visualizer here in the organizer dashboard for a particular game. I sent out the calendar invites, and then I collected the receipts, and I showed you this granulated data down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 today I've reviewed, and what I'm going to show you today to kind of get into recap is the fact that the specific data off the 18th went into the injection engine over here, and when you viewed it in the live demos, you saw this here, and that's where I'm at, is here on the 8th. So what I'm going to show you is how our data is updated. So, and that means updated, I showed you from the one side, the end user side, but also from the calendar invite metaphor, in that the organizer injected the data, today's data, into the system, into the S3 buckets. And what that means is that we have a live beacon or data set talking at an endpoint level to the S3 bucket. So that means that if you go into, say, as the organizer, this case here, football schedules at outlook.com, back up to the original setup slide here, I'm the organizer. So now under the persona of the organizer, in the original in which I sent this at create@calendarsnack.com, I sent that to the bucket itself. It scraped my personal calendar and injected that calendar invite information into the Calendar Snack engine over here. So what that means is I can actually update the data. And because of that, that's super powerful. That means that anybody downstream that has received a calendar invite from our AWS service will receive an updated one automatically. So with that said, I'm just going to say Seattle Seahawks. This particular game is coming up here in a little bit. So I'm going to say go to booth 393 to get a special prize and a hot dog. So anybody that has this calendar invite basically would be sent a message, an updated message. So I'm just going to hit send to keep it simple. That's all you need to know. And that particular update will show up in the Denver Broncos panel here. So let's go to look at it. If we scroll down into here, you'll look at the original invite that was sent out, Seattle Seahawks games, etc. If I go look in here without refreshing, you'll see that this was the original that just got updated. Okay, so what this means is this data set over here will receive an updated calendar invitation here in a little bit. And that updated calendar invite will have, just like this one here, shows that this event has been updated, and go to booth 393, get a special prize and a hot dog. So we can play with this data set a couple more times just for fun in the demo. They'll go a little long, but if you're there with me along the trailhead, thank you for sticking with the demo. Now I can go back into this and say, okay, well, let me send you an updated one. You'll get a hot dog a special prize, a hot dog, and a glow stick for fun. And I'll hit send, and that's going to run the pipeline. What's going on here in the background is that it's hitting the pipeline again. And if you look at it, the data pipeline is hooked up such that it hits an S3 bucket. It updates essentially the Outlook Organizer dashboard and anybody downstream that's received a calendar invitation. So that means back to this here, Mandy and Zach received the calendar invitations, and now they're receiving the updated piece, and it's going to show up in the dashboard over here. So that said, in role play, let's go back to our calendar clients downstream, and you'll see that under this one here, which it was sent to Mandy, you'll see that go to booth 393, get a special prize, a hot dog, and a glow stick. So if you go back here, I'll refresh this here, this panel, and under this panel here, you'll see that that updated the data inside the dashboard itself. So this transit gateway system that we've built for data collection actually comes from this hierarchy here that I talk about sometimes when I get a chance. So now that we're in it, why don't we just talk about it? This is the upcoming, and this is the bulk list. If I go to bulk list, what happened there is I injected it again in roll call. I picked out basically an upcoming event, which was the Denver Broncos. I updated a couple times and I showed you that, but in particular, this is how it all works, how we make the sausage. So the data hit the S3 bucket again. It updated the API gateway. We sent out a new message, calendar invite via what we do here is we extract, transform, and load it, and then we reload it on the exit. It's sent out, and it's sent out to the dashboard. It updates the data set in the View app and then updates anybody downstream. Once that data is collected there, we update the dashboards, and then you get granular reports. So that's the end of the demo for this run, and thanks for stopping by.